If you read the fables, you will know something about the person who writes them, and I like that. Secondly, they will not be about individuals. They will be about community. Thirdly, they're all about moralizing. Fourthly, the way they express themselves takes its tone from the oral tradition. Why write a fable? We often tell each other cautionary tales of mishaps, near misses and comeuppances, where we have had to learn a lesson the hard way. Perhaps, like me, you learned that you really should not play with scissors after you accidentally almost cut your friend's finger. Oh, we might also remember our grandparents, parents, teachers, and people in authority telling us stern warning stories. Children can't escape fables. Historically, though, fables have been the main way of socializing children into the norms of society. Some of those stories are new and original, while others have been told and loved by people across the ages. Many tales are still told and retold today because of their universal messages, and because they are short, snappy, and easy to remember. Also, writing fables with children gives them the opportunity to communicate a message or moral in an entertaining way, building narratives from their own experience of being told what to do and what not to do, and how to behave with and around others. They can then share these fables with their friends, younger children, or even foolish parents. Furthermore, children get to express a little bit of themselves in their stories. Writing fables, alongside our fairy tale writing project, gives children in year 3 a strong basis for future story writing. You might want your class to look at how fables are part of their lives. When do they hear fables? And from whom? Their grandparents, parents, teachers, or friends? Do they tell cautionary tales to the people they know? Allow children to identify the elements that make fables so popular, and discuss where they can be found within our lives today. Things to bear in mind. Encourage children to tell each other lessons they have learned from their own lives or from others. Fables are often short and snappy, so children will need to focus closely on their chosen message, plot, and main characters. Animals are perhaps traditionally used by fable writers to avoid causing offense to the person the fable is aimed at. Certain animals are often associated with certain human traits, so encourage children to think carefully about which animal will be right for their fable. Children should also understand that not all fables are old stories with animal characters. Encourage children to consider the moral they are trying to teach through their fable. The Writing for Pleasure Center. Remind children to think about modern-day settings, and perhaps draw on their own experiences of lessons learned. Be sensitive to the possibility that some children may have had difficult life experiences, and do not press them to write from their own lives if they are reluctant to do so. Focus on familiar mottos that can serve as the moral of a story, and encourage children to work back from there, thinking of real or hypothetical experiences that will illustrate them. You might find that children at this stage in their development are still used to telling you what happens in their fable. Their early drafts may read more like a recount than an entertaining retelling. Encourage children to try techniques like show don't tell, and to consider other features of narrative writing. More experienced writers will certainly begin to play with narrative throughout this project. They will showcase signs of setting description, character development, and useful dialogue, and perhaps play with pace.